We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects unto God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take our offering? Our fathers in former times went in multitudes unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respects unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing on my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget not teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weep for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more repent. Y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha! Now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65 verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66 verse 3, no swine. Okay. Oh, you gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Say Jean Bourgier, chillin', drippin' spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. ASAP, man. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Yeah. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Yeah, Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom, Zion. Testing, testing. All praise to the Most High for another Shabbat. It's a beautiful thing to be in the building with the brothers and sisters, repentant believers.
Shalom, shalom, my people. Y'all gotta forgive me. Had to put something in my belly. But
we thank the Most High for this rest day, even though it was a rough one for us.
yeah, it was rough.
Got a lot of stuff we got to deal with, family stuff. But all praises we here, and we ready to talk about the destruction of our enemies.
All right, go. No. Come back this way. Good. All right. There's a lot of stuff been going on, man, y'all. Y'all know how it is in Babylon.
Some hits out on people.
Yeah. Oh man.
People
Damn,
got bounties on
that.
their head.
I forgot about that.
I got one in here
Let me see who on there.
from my other video. But yeah, it seemed like Babylon just keep making enemies. 47 out of control. His little minions out of control, cracking skulls left and right in Minnesota.
Oh yeah. Okay, Shalom. Appreciate that too, Brother Linzel.
Shalom,
Brother
Linzel. Shalom, brother.
Araya, he sent me something, which I had already looked at it, but he sent me something about the Trump. You know, he throwing it out there like, if y'all ain't, if they not these other countries, if these other countries, mainly Europe, NATO, if y'all not supporting America taking Greenland, then he gonna oppose 10% tariffs on the, on these countries or whatnot. So it's just getting heated. You know what I'm saying? It's the fire is, already there, and good old Trump, he throwing more gasoline on it as the day go by, and it's not looking good, which we already know the prophecies, it's the prophecy says it's not going to be good, right? The third woe is coming. It's coming. We might as well say we already here.
I mean, it's a lot of enemies that are being made. And the tripped out part about it for me is there was a point in time where you didn't really see Esau against Esau.
Right.
But now you starting to see more and more where Europe is calling out Trump, his administration, like y'all out of control. Like all y'all think about is America.
Right.
What about the rest of us? We're not with you running up in Greenland.
Exactly.
And Trump, he's so smug and arrogant. What was that he said? I think we got the clip where he was like, I don't need NATO. It wouldn't be no NATO if it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And then the comment about he hold himself back, like he don't, I know we got it because we did show it last week. But basically he said something along the lines of, I don't want to paraphrase it, but I'm going to have to. He make his moves and decisions based on him. Can't nobody else tell him what to do. But I'm going to have to.
My bad. All right, go ahead.
But anyway, he just so arrogant. The arrogancy of Esau is so interesting to watch as they display their privilege and how they feel. A lot of the comments and things he makes about, he made some comments about black people. I was telling you about that clip I seen.
Right.
As far as, I guess in a nutshell, the white Caucasian male feels like the more equality or rights black people get, it's taken from them, basically,
Right, they going through a lot.
Yeah, he's saying
as far as the civil rights or whatever,
yes,
that the white people, they didn't went through all kind of stuff, having to deal with that, and
the more room you give the black man, the less for the white man, which I guess is true, but it's like y'all had a 400-year head start, and they're just feeling it. They're feeling their power dwindle. The fear of them across the world is dwindling. Exactly. You got the African nations coming together, standing up.
Right. Yeah. You got different.
Yeah, that's how he worded it. Yep.
His morality is the only thing stopping him.
Yes. Thank you, Brother Linzel. That's how he worded it. Just basically telling his brothers in the European nations, I don't need y'all. I got this. I'm doing this. I don't care about y'all being in agreements with the moves I'm making. Get down or lay down.
Right, yeah.
And it's so fun to watch. Like, it's just amazing to live in this day and time and to see it happening. And there's so many people who don't understand what's happening, but there's a lot of people who do.
Right.
Who can see it like this is what the scriptures is saying. Listen to how he talks when it comes to policies that they made, that they agreed in their little secret meetings. They came together and agreed, but he's switching everything up. And the European nations is like, hold on, we all supposed to eat. But you only worried about America eating, specifically with Greenland and the way this arrogant dude talking that stuff about Venezuela and that oil.
Yep.
Just to hear them talk about how they gonna divvy it up, the money that's gonna be made, how they gonna refine it and cut it, and how the profit and stuff America gonna make.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's basically, you can see America isolating itself.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Right. Which they've been doing that, but it's like 2.0 right now.
47. So Buck Wild, he just don't even care. He'll just say anything, and the European nations see like, oh, you just for self. We all was supposed to crafty counsel together, and we all was supposed to profit and benefit from taking from throughout the earth. But you just worried about America benefiting and being on top.
Right, but just like we, stop being united and we, you know what I'm saying, we divided or whatnot, the same thing is happening to them. They divided on a lot of issues,
From the top level Edomites
all the way to the
low level Edomites. Yep.
I seen some videos in Minneapolis where they doing a lot of protesting there, and it was one dude. It looked like he had one of them. It looked like he had a bulletproof vest on, and I didn't know if he was ICE or not. I don't think he was ICE, but they didn't beat the hell out this man. You know what I'm saying? They following
white man.
Yeah, it's a white man. Yeah, his head busted. He gushing out blood and stuff. They walking him somewhere and shit, and you got people pushing him and tackling him and all. I'm like, God damn, this shit is getting serious.
To me, if you out there, you want some smoke.
Yeah.
Because that's, why even be out there in the midst of that?
Right. And then you got our people who's naive and, who's ignorant, that go out there and don't know what the hell they fighting for. You fighting for a country that's a dead man walking, right?
I was in a comment section under a video, and it was white people and Mexicans trying to shame black people, saying we stood with y'all during BLM, we stood with y'all during civil rights. Y'all need to get out here and protest and march with us. And the black people was giving it to them though. Nobody was like in agreement with them, but yeah, they tug on the heartstrings of a lot of our people, and those of our people who want to be loved and accepted by them the ones that's out there protesting alongside them.
Right, because I mean, that's what I'm saying, a lot of our people don't understand, and a lot of our people are probably praying that all this stuff go away,
get back to normal.
God, please, you know what I'm saying, but it can't. It can't go back.
It's too far gone.
It's too far gone.
Plus, the Most High said he got to shorten the time.
Exactly right. It's getting too much out of hand. You know what I'm saying? It's really like like people probably expecting the food prices to go down. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not.
No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
When you said the food price, I know we ain't got no clip, but y'all heard the what is it? The Secretary of Agriculture came up with a $3 meal plan.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all heard. Have you seen it? No, I told you about it though.
What you told.
So when you said that about the food price, I thought about it. Like, they got a $3 meal plan. A piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, and a corn tortilla. This is how detached they are from reality and don't give a dang about regular people. They trying to tell you that you can, for $3 you can eat. And it's like, so when you mentioned the food prices, I just was thinking about that. Like, so they drug her, the Secretary of Agriculture, because it's like, are you crazy? Are y'all eating that? A piece of broccoli, singular. So it's just crazy how you got one group of people who holding on to hope and praying and wishing, like you were saying, that things would be back to normal. Then you got the other group who like, we don't care nothing about y'all. Y'all can scrape, y'all can struggle, you cannot have money. We don't care about y'all going to food banks. We don't care about the food being poisoned. Here, take this $3, go get you a Trump depression combo. And we just don't care about y'all. Y'all, what they be saying, cattle anyway.
Exactly.
Useless feeders. That's what they say.
Exactly, but I mean, it's like, you know, this ain't nothing. This just.
I'm like, what is this dude?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the live or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, but yeah, it's just, I mean, I got some videos, you know what I'm saying, that we're gonna look at, and you know, I want y'all to give y'all opinion, man, because the world is watching America. The world, you know, they've been watching America, but they keep coming up with these different these four countries: China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea. And one of these videos I'm gonna show y'all where it got I guess a meme or a thumbnail or whatever, where it got these countries surrounding America. And let me go ahead and get these.
That comment section I was telling you I was under, it was people in other countries saying that. Like, I'm from Canada or I'm from Kenya just watching America like, whoa, like they just in shock at what they're seeing.
Exactly, right. And then our people are so, you know, so drunk off the wine of America and the
distractions.
The distractions, yeah, the how they living, you know, some might got it good, that white picket fence, and you know what I'm saying, that nice car, you know, things probably going a little good for people, you know what I'm saying, and they don't want to leave, they don't want to lose that, you know what I'm saying. I was talking to my wife and telling her, like, you know, I would take, you know, having knowledge other than my mind being of this world, you know what I'm saying? As far as, look what I got, and, you know, I'm living good, and everything's good.
Paper money.
Right, you know.
Temporary things that don't really mean anything.
Exactly. They voting and thinking stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like your vote really count. Or it's just a lot that's going on that our people is blinded and deaf. And they just, you know, it's like, man, what it's gonna take for them to wake up? It's gonna take for some
fear.
Right, that's what it's gonna take. Fear, something big happen or whatnot. You know, but let's get on into this video right quick, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Are you awake yet? Can you see how the puzzle pieces are starting to come together? Can you see how biblical prophecy is playing out right before our very eyes? And so many people don't even realize that it's happening.
When I look around the globe, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, and others are increasing their collaboration and their cooperation as their interests align against us.
You see, China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, all these nations are watching us. They are seeing what we're doing, how we're strong-arming nations. And you think that they're going to be okay with that? You think they're going to let that slide? You think that they're just going to let us board their ships, take prisoners, and take them back to our country without something happening? You better think again. This is real life, and it's happening before our very eyes. Wake up.
And that's what, you know, I was basically saying, you know, like, all these other countries, they watching. You know, a scared man can kill you fast. A scared man can kill you quicker than anybody, you know, because he's scared. And his mind is shifting to survival mode. I got to get rid of this threat. You know what I'm saying? And America's been a threat for 49 years? Their time is up. Whether anybody like it or not, ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Nothing. And if you, as far as, you know, like, I feel a certain type of way being under these demons, these devils. You know, they no moral compass.
I mean, we was talking to our son earlier, because our son a preteen, and we was talking about living in the land of the oppressor and the laws that the oppressor make that we have to follow.
Got to, yeah.
Because the Most High said, this your punishment.
Yep.
You got to follow their laws.
Yep.
And we know that these is a crooked people, but it's like we're here on the land that the Most High gave them for the time. He gave them this time to rule. So it's like you were saying, we're under them.
Yep.
So we have to abide by their laws or face the consequences. And we know the scripture in the Apocrypha, agree with thy adversary quickly.
Yep.
So it's like for all the people who want to try to gas you up, we need to come together, we need to do this and we need to do that. So we're your B-36 bombers or we're your tanks
your
and
goddamn hypersonic missiles and all that stuff.
Where that at? We're your military. We're your training bases, and shut that down.
Right. If anything, we need to come together and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's how we get the protection.
That's the only protection we got.
But it is difficult living under this regime.
Exactly, right.
Because our spirit don't align with this regime, but we gotta walk out them curses. So
right, we are living in their culture.
Correct.
As far as, you know what I'm saying, like we got our culture, but this is their culture that we display. Our culture is the scriptures, the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yep, something so small like mixed fabrics.
Right. Yeah.
That's their culture because it's cheap.
Right.
But our culture is the fine linen.
Fine linen, exactly right.
Just the little stuff that make you be like, I had started digging into fabrics and got psycho about it. But that's just a low-level example of us being under them. You know, they quick to push that polyester and that synthetic fabric. Meanwhile, what the scriptures say?
Right.
You know, you got to break bread to get pure fabrics.
Exactly. Even us, you know, us men, you know, having our beard. You know, and everybody know, you know, Christ or whatnot, he had a beard. You know, that was a commandment.
That's our culture.
Right, and we know he ain't sin.
Remember that when something happened with like some of the men under David and they got their beards cut off and they went and hid until their beards grew back? Like, that's how serious.
If I shave my beard off, I'll go hide too.
You'll look crazy.
No, not me. I ain't even finna play around, man.
But that's just our culture. Meanwhile, the white man's culture is clean shaven.
Yep.
You got to shave your face. You want to go work up in his office, you better shave that face off.
Yep. So, you know, we don't want to be up under this rulership. You know, we want to be under our king, a righteous king, you know, a righteous kingdom. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, like people, how they, you know, be trying to save America and all that, and I'll be just sitting back like, what the hell is y'all? Is y'all, you know, loony or, you know?
They slaves, and that's all they know. All they know is bondage. So they don't want to be free. Side note, this old man I watch, he said the same razor company, the same razors that they want you to shave your face with, that company was around in the slave time, was the same razors and companies they was using to kill you.
Mm.
And I thought that was deep. That's Pharaoh.
Okay. But we're going to get into this other video with a brother. He got the same background as the dude we just watched. So we want to hear and listen to what he got to say. We'll be right back.
He's suited and booted.
Here we go. So it seems that Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China are cornering in on the USA. Now this is prophecy, guys. What you thought? You just gonna be killing innocent people, destroying people's lands, dropping bombs on people, and causing all this negative agenda and coming against God and worshiping the devil with pride? And you think God's not coming for you? Oh, buddy, it don't work like that, buddy. No, sir. So my advice to Americans is get closer to Jesus Christ, because he is the only way, okay? The government doesn't care about you. They never did. It's all about money. While they live a luxury lifestyle, you working. Get it, baby. USA, right? Here we go.
And I don't understand, how anybody, especially our people, can trust the government. I just can't. And that just, blows my mind when I hear some of the words that come out of our people's mouth. Like a Anton Daniels, Officer Tatum or whatnot. It was like, listen to these dudes. Go ahead.
How much stuff do they got to do for y'all to stop trusting them? Believing what they say. Let me tell you, I think that the government, the FDA, for example, just one little division of them is so evil that they poison the dog food and giving these dogs cancer to the point where people making their own dog food. Because so many people, dogs is getting cancer. I'm seeing so many people making their own dog food. And I'm like, dang, I thought y'all loved the dogs and stuff. It like he said, if it ain't about the money.
Yeah.
Them little pebbles and kibbles and bits is giving these dogs cancer. And when we was kids, you ain't never heard no dog having no cancer.
Nope. But everybody is watching. I know, a lot of people that's not watching, who's out worrying about
Valentine's Day.
These holidays and
oh no, MLK, we about to get a day off.
Yeah, just like, and then it had to be something to it with them giving him a holiday or whatever. Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? There's something behind that.
And then some areas don't even close down.
Right, because they like to make it like Martin Luther King was integrating with these people and all that stuff. But before he died, he was like, he integrated his people into a burning house.
We all make mistakes. We all be on the wrong path, and then the Most High give you opportunity to wake up and see.
Exactly.
And it's on, well, I don't want to say it's on us because the whole free will thing. But
exactly, right.
I'm just saying that we all started off asleep.
Exactly right. And it's we hope that every day, not every day, but every week that we come on here, we can open other people's eyes, especially our people. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not concerned about the other nations or whatnot.
Not at all.
But I'm concerned about my people. A lot of people like to look at that as me being, I'm gonna say, not racist, but what's that other word they use?
Prejudice.
Prejudice. A lot of people can look at me as being prejudiced or whatnot, but it's nothing wrong with being for your people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Every other nation, they for their people.
Right. We minding our own business.
Exactly, right.
We not worried about what they doing.
We don't got no business with what's going on, as far as what the government is doing or the people of the government is doing as far as, who the government really look out for. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no fight. We don't have no dog in the fight. We don't have no power. We don't have no, just like, old girl said, we don't have no missiles and tanks and all that stuff. We don't have nothing.
We couldn't even unify. It'll be an argument about who qualified to be a lieutenant.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Who in charge and all that stuff, right.
We ain't ready for that yet. The Most High want us to do just like in Egypt. Y'all sit over here out the way, y'all keep my commandments and watch me tear them up.
Exactly.
Because they feeling it. That clip you showed with that white man, he was scared.
Yeah.
Because he can see what's happening.
Can see.
He know that his people keep doing the stuff they doing. It's going to be bad for them.
It's going to be bad. Right. Exactly.
But maybe he'll get raptured up before it happens.
Okay. Raptured up in some chains. But we got another video we want y'all to look at, and we'll be right back.
Well, the Trump administration is fucking over Americans again, fucking over farmers again. China and Canada just worked out another phenomenal trade deal. They slashed tariffs between each other. And what is the biggest message yet? That, fine, we're going to cut America out completely. We don't need them anymore. So now Canada is going to buy electric vehicles from China. And this is going to be another, like, almost final nail in the coffin to electric vehicle manufacturers in the United States that have already been decimated. Jobs have been lost, programs have been cut, you name it, because of Trump's tariffs. This has been a big hit on the auto industry. And now we're not going to have Canada buying any of our electric vehicles anymore, which is like the whole point of giving the big FU to us. But here's the other one, the canola meal. This not only fucks over American farmers, but it's going to lead to even higher food prices for us. Canola meal is a high protein additive for animal feed, mostly dairy cows. And we do not produce nearly what we need in the United States. So we have to import a shit ton from Canada. And farmers were already hit by the huge tariffs of having to import that from Canada, and we're paying the price at the grocery store. But now, with the tariffs being slashed between China and Canada, Canada's just going to sell everything they're producing to China back and forth, and they're both going to do really great. And we're going to get fucked. And share this with a Trump supporter. Because if you think the Trump administration is actually working on making America great again, no. Their focus is on terrorizing Americans through this immigration push. That's all they've been focused on. They're not doing anything to build better in the United States. And we are all paying the price. America has devolved into a piece of shit country, and the rest of the world is learning they can get by without us, and this is the biggest example yet. God.
They, just like we said, you know, these people are seeing what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's like a movie, man. You know.
Did you want to read the comment first?
Oh yeah, let me read what Brother Linzel just commented on. He said, "I can't hold on. Let me bring it up right quick.
Bring it to the big screen.
Bring it to the big screen. All right, Brother Linzel said, I can't name anything that Esau haven't destroyed. Right. You're right. You're right. He haven't destroyed or stole.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true.
And he's still displaying, you know, his greed. Mm-hmm. You know, because he not trying to leave nothing. No grapes.
Not a grape. Two things she said I want to point out. The first one is damn, did I lose? I should have wrote it down. All right, I wrote the first point down, so I'm gonna say this one. When she was talking about the electric cars being outsourced from China and Canada do a deal and outsource, and I'm like, you gotta watch white people because they lie so much. Mm-hmm. Now y'all know we in Detroit, the motor capital. That is such bull. Y'all been outsourcing. Do you know how many people are third generation? My grandfather retired from the plant. They've been having people work at the plants and after X amount of time giving you a buyout, sending people over to Mexico, these other countries, training them, showing them how to make the parts, and then just closing down your local plant. So her trying to make it like, oh, all of a sudden these tariffs, I call BS on that one, being here in the D. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
The plant, a plant job was a coveted job back in the day. It was like you had to know somebody to get in. If you got in, we call it, the big three. If you got into one of the big three, your life was made here. My grandparents, my great grandparents came from the South here to work at the big three. So for her to try to make it like it's all of a sudden, y'all been doing that. Y'all greedy politicians been making deals because y'all rather pay them $2 an hour than $20 an hour for an American. And now y'all starting to see the consequences of those decisions to outsource. Outsourcing ain't nothing new. It ain't start with no electric vehicles. She allowed on that one. She wants somebody to feel bad, but y'all been doing it. And y'all steady voted for these people to stay in office. This been going on since when I was a kid.
Right.
Now they got the new generation of plant workers, the young people that's our age, thinking they making money, and they ain't making a fraction of the money that our grandparents and parents.
Right.
His mama was getting paid back in the day, working at the plant. The same pay they paying now. His mama was getting back in the day.
Right,
So,
and it's even worse, not to cut you off.
No, go
it's
ahead.
even worse because of the economy. As
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
the inflation or whatnot. You gonna run that back?
I was just trying to see, it was something else. Oh, that was my other point that I want to bring out what she said. The world is seeing that they can do it without us. Oh, so now y'all are mad. That's the one thing I can't stand about Esau. So it's a scene from Show Me the Money. What's the name of that movie? Show Me the Money. Jerry Maguire. It's a scene in Jerry Maguire. I don't know if you really seen Jerry Maguire, but he was a sports agent and he was like the ish, right? Like what's LeBron guy named Rich Paul? He was like the top sports agent. And he was like, running up the prices, getting the big contracts for all the athletes. And he fell off. He ain't had no contracts. He only had Cuba Gooding, the black guy.
Right.
It was his only client, and he was trying to like scramble to get clients. I don't know how well y'all know the movie, but he came to somebody like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my knuckles. I need to get a contract. And the man told him, you've been at the front of the line for all these years driving up the prices. It's your turn to take a seat in the back of the line. And that's something that reminds me of America when they get to complaining about, like she said, basically she mad. Do y'all get what she's saying in the reverse? She's mad that the other countries aren't going to be dependent upon America.
Exactly right.
How dare y'all be able to survive or do anything without us getting a cut, without us being involved? They're so selfish, and that's something I cannot stand about the Western world culture, and I get it. You're affected too. Like with Venezuela. How they like, well, with Trump and them running up in there taking that oil, it's like, well, America gonna benefit. We're stealing their oil from them. And it's like, okay, because you thinking about your benefit, but where's your morals? Like, okay, I may need oil, but not bad enough to steal it from somebody else. Like, I gotta figure something else out. But with them, it's always take. Let other people suffer while we take. This this woman sitting up here talking about being upset that other countries gonna be able to make deals and not need America. Well, where does that leave us? At the back of the line.
Right.
Y'all been at the front for so long, it's your turn to have a seat at the back.
And the thing about it too is that, just like Brother Lindsay said, I can't name anything that Esau haven't destroyed. We seen in who was that? Not Saddam Hussein, but Gaddafi, and how they fucked that country up, destroyed it. So what y'all think gonna happen to Venezuela? You know what I'm saying? If they continue to take over this country and pillage it and seize, yeah. I mean,
I'm like, they're gonna use the word seize they oil. I'm like, you mean steal?
Steal, right?
Seize,
hijack.
And then they literally had a press conference talking about what they was gonna do with the oil and the money. And I'm like, y'all so bold
as hell. It's like they showing this shit on goddamn national TV.
And that's why that man was like, these other countries watching, like if you see a group of people going through your neighborhood, breaking in your neighbors' houses, you know eventually they're gonna try to get in yours, right? Like, so you need to be
we need to put these dudes down and shit.
That's what I'm saying. This heifer sitting up here crying about people making deals without America getting a cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody not gonna always get something all the time. It's gonna be times where the Most High gonna look out for you. You gonna get hit a lick. And then there's going to be another time where I'm going to get some time and chance happen to all men.
Exactly.
Esau got his blessing. But to sit up here and complain about 2 countries doing deals without y'all?
Right.
That's crazy to me. Do you see that for what that is? That's your narcissistic Edomite right there.
Yeah. And our people like to, you know, be behind these people like they,
man,
it
just pisses me off.
It pisses me off too, but it's like it's like I don't get it with our people.
Our people they not even at this level. This type of information, even though we speak on a low level, understanding wise,
right?
It's like they don't think about it. How many black people was taught to know what's going on internationally with politics and world trade? When I was a kid, my dad used to watch C-SPAN and stuff, and I used to be like, oh my God, that's so boring. Until I came into the truth. And I'm like, I need to be vigilant, and this helps me be vigilant.
Right. And then you got social media or whatnot, you know. People use social media to get away from reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then
that's true.
Right. But then on the other side, you got people who's waking up off of social media or whatnot. So it's like a two-edged sword, you know, where okay, it's a good thing and it's also a bad thing. You know.
Yeah. Well, I like the flip side, like you said, the people who break it down, because sometimes the way they talk, they can make it difficult to understand.
Right. Yeah.
So I like it when people do the politics and news in a way that we can understand what's going on.
Exactly,
but
right.
This heifer right here, she just wants somebody to feel sorry for America. Like, no, y'all been making cars in other countries.
Right.
We personally know so many people who got laid off.
Exactly, yeah.
From the plant. This ain't nothing new.
Right.
Y'all been outsourcing. Y'all can't stop y'all fellow Edomites from being cheap. They don't want to pay Americans to make the cars and the parts. They want to outsource, or they'll even be here and have you under a what is that junk called where it's a middleman company, temporary.
Right, yeah.
Where you going to make the parts for the plant, but the plant won't even hire you directly, and then some company get a cut from you going to work.
Yeah.
They'll do anything rather than pay the American people, and now y'all feeling it, but it's been happening.
Yeah, they feeling it. They feeling it because a lot of people losing their job.
But it's been going on.
Well, yeah, it has been going on, but you know, it seems like as we get you know further along, a lot of people is losing their job.
Yeah, them plant jobs wasn't as secure. We was talking about this. Me and my brother too. As a lot of people thought they was. See, my grandfather, he had a wife and 6 kids and raised them, you know, took care of them forever off the plant. That's how it used to be. But nowadays, you can't bank on it because you don't know when you're going to get furloughed. You know, sometimes they have them work a week, off a week. They play games with their money so bad. You can't raise a family on a one-income household from the plant like you used to be able to, like my grandfather did. So a lot of these plant workers are getting their little buyouts, and then they got to figure something else out. But they don't have no skill outside of that, so they don't know what to do. And maybe with inflation and everything, the white people are starting to feel it. But I know for a fact they've been outsourcing. Remember your brother-in-law?
Right, yeah.
They outsourced him. They sent his brother-in-law to Mexico to train them over there. And then when he got back, they laid him off.
Yep.
So you know they paid them pennies compared to what they was paying him, but had you train your replacement.
That's crazy. We got another video. I know this video is in I forgot what this video is, but I put it in here for a reason. So let's get on to it, and y'all know we'll be right back to discuss it.
U.S. push to acquire Greenland. This just in, President Trump posting on Truth Social that he is serious about putting tariffs on countries that do not support the United States acquisition. Now, starting February 1st, he says there will be a 10% tariff on a number of European countries That will rise to 25% in June and will continue to ratchet up until a deal is reached. So tariffs on those who do not support the U.S. acquisition of Greenland. Tariffs have worked to great effect in a number of these high-stakes situations. Mexico comes to mind during the first term. They put troops on their northern border after Trump threatened tariffs. We will see what these European countries do. We'll keep a close eye and keep you abreast of any developments.
And this is, you know, like, when they do these tariffs, the people suffer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when inflation goes up and all that. You know, we the one who pay for it. The food go up, you know, while they go back and forth or whatnot.
Wow. And what's interesting is the tariffs is on the fellow European nations, his brothers, his cousins.
Right, exactly. Right. And we know the prophecies about the 10 horns.
Oh, yes, Lord.
We know those. We know the prophecy, and it's like we seeing this shit.
It's so much going on. I can't even work. All I can do is focus on what's going on and stay vigilant and trying to prepare myself for what's to come best I can. I know. I mean, you know, if you got to go to work, you got to go to work. But I'm just saying, like, it's just an abundance of information.
Right.
And prophecies being fulfilled. Like, how do you tell your brothers that you in NATO with, in the European Union, ain't y'all all clicked up that you gonna charge them if they don't agree, get down or lay down, to what you doing in Greenland? But Greenland's supposed to be a part of NATO and supposed to be protected too. How are you doing this?
Hey, the Most High said he's gonna put Egyptian against Egyptian.
This dude is rogue. He went off script. He ain't.
Right. Yes. Well,
hey, somebody said Trump had off his own supply. Okay.
But the Most High, he put that spirit in him, though. You know.
Yeah.
He not doing stuff on his own will.
Right. But he's going against his brothers.
Right.
And then it said, if you ain't got your mind right by June, it's going up to 25%.
Right. It's like, come on, man.
So all praise to the Most High for the heads up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, food prices and stuff probably about to start going up some more. So we need to prepare because we in the middle of this. The Most High gonna provide for us.
Right.
But it's just a trip. And I wanted to say this about Iran. I don't know how authentic those protests and those civilian deaths are.
No.
I question that rhetoric.
You can't believe nothing. You know what I'm saying? That comes from the West. We should know better by now. You know, it's just like when we over in Africa or whatnot. You know, they don't disclose what's going on in Africa. They, you know, like this over here. You know, you can barely pull your damn phone out and record things because they don't want you just recording. You know,
where you talking about?
In Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Shit, you just can't be recording like that. But this is what, you know, what these people doing.
Well, it's gonna be some terrorists because none of the European nations are supporting this.
Right.
So this is, when I look at this says they gonna hate the whore.
Yeah.
And burn her with fire.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, we've been talking about this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that Europe and America would have been clashed. You know what I'm saying? Back when they had blew up the that pipeline or whatever. You know, and Russia was playing games with Europe and what's that other one? Germany and stuff. You know, I thought they was gonna fall out then. You know, I made a couple of videos and all that. But man, right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like America being, you know, leading the world for 250 years. You know, we at that time now putting that all together. The 10 horns gonna hate the whore. You know, it's like, okay, now it look like we we here now.
Yeah.
We don't know when this shit gonna pop off, but we here now.
Yeah, we definitely here. Like you said, ain't no going back, cause Trump ain't gonna stop. This dude, it's all day, every day with him.
Right.
The Most High got that spirit on him.
And I know, you know, that we believe in. We don't believe that you can vote a president in. The president is selected, right? But I want to thank all you Trump supporters and the ones who voted for Trump because y'all thought this man was going to save America. But he's doing the opposite. He's isolating America from all these countries. And you know what all these countries doing? In the Middle East, they getting together. In Europe, they getting together.
They unifying.
Right, they unifying to go against America. And how could the American people stop that? How could we, you know, have any say so about, you know, who hook up with who? And no, y'all shouldn't be hooking up.
That's one thing that I cannot stand about America's mindset when it comes to international policies. I can have a nuclear program, but you can't.
Right.
Who the heck?
That don't make no sense. You can have a gun, but I can't.
I get it, but I cannot comprehend that mindset of y'all trying to tell other countries what they can and can't do. Meanwhile, you already doing it.
Yep. Got all kind of goddamn nuclear weapons and all that stuff. And y'all gonna try to tell somebody else what they can
test
do.
it out on your own soldiers. Agent Orange.
Yep. Let's look at this other video right quick and we'll be right back, y'all.
You have to understand that Americans could not handle a war with NATO. So I want to invite you for these next 3 minutes to war game this out with me. And I'll explain what exactly you could expect if the United States were to invade Greenland and NATO's Article 5 pact was invoked. Immediately, you would see all of the borders close. That means the border with Canada. That means you're not going anywhere. The only place that you would have a chance to flee to would probably be a third world country. Now, in this moment, it might be a better option because you can expect attacks will unfold inside the United States. NATO countries are going to be hitting us inside of our borders. That is something Americans have not seen at scale in a long, long time. The markets would collapse. There would be a massive spike in the price of oil. There would be so much propaganda, even educated people like me would have a hard time discerning what's real. But if the propaganda ever gets off, more than likely, our lights would be shut off. Can you imagine how Americans would act if they couldn't get on Instagram and make videos like I'm doing right now? How many of you have ever dealt with that? How many of you have ever gone a week without a shower? Okay, it's one thing if you're the country that is bearing the brunt because you're fighting for your right to life and your right to sovereignty and your security. It's another thing entirely when you're the aggressor. Morale is a very tricky bitch. And an action of attacking a U.S. ally would almost surely fracture the military. You can expect at least 1/3 of them to defect. So you would have a real opposition inside of America. You would have a civil war on top of a global war. And don't even get me started about where you'll find your food, right? You think grocery stores are going to stay stocked during all this? I wish the American people would wake up enough to realize what this madman is leading us into. But like many people have said, maybe we need things to get this bad so we never let it happen again. Because the myth of this can never happen here is playing out in real time. I just can't believe that it is. We have all the historical references that we need, and people are still blind to it. But don't for a second think that the United States, at least not the United States military, but the United States citizenry, will be able to handle the amount of pain that will be inflicted upon them from a global conflict like this. We haven't seen it in a very long time, and we are definitely not fighting for anything other than our own selfish interest. So it's going to be ugly, guys. I hope it doesn't happen.
And see, that's the thing about it is that, you know, a lot of people mindset is like this. You know, a lot of our people mindset is like this. They hope it don't happen. And that's what I'll be saying. Like, they can hope, they can try to pray and all that stuff. I mean, it's, if you're not keeping the commandments, the Most High don't hear you nowhere. You know? And if you woke and you keeping the commandments, then you already know the prophecies, and you would be speaking against this evil kingdom. But if you want to be on the side of America or whatever, and to feel like America is going to continue to go, then be my guest. You know, I want the kingdom. I want rulership. I want to be under a righteous king. You know what I'm saying? Where we ruling over everything. When the righteous is in rulership. So this whole world can be at peace, right? Because it can't be, we can't get, how we going to get peace with these goddamn animals, man? We talking about animals here.
It's impossible. Like Brother Lancel said, they destroy everything.
Right, exactly. But let's get into another video.
The devil come to steal, kill, and
destroy. Let's get into another video and we'll be right back.
Finally, we see what America First really means. It means they don't believe in allies, or multilateral cooperation, or international courts, or NATO, or the UN, or any of it. No trade deal is safe, no treaty, no diplomatic historic norm is safe. And these are things that are put in place to try and keep us safe. We are not safe from our own ally. It is now official US policy to promote hard-right parties across Europe. That is official US foreign policy in black and white. When J.D. Vance says it scares him that the UK and France have nuclear weapons, but doesn't mention North Korea, that's an enemy talking, not an ally. They're saying, if you think you can do a better job than any government, then you can just go in and kidnap someone and steal their shit. Friend or foe, we'll steal your shit if we want it. America's actions in Venezuela, but more worryingly, the threats against Greenland, and their policy of promoting MAGA-friendly and far-right parties across liberal democracies in Europe, undermines the sovereignty of every nation-state on the planet. Remember sovereignty. Remember when you couldn't move for flag shaggers shouting about sovereignty. Any true patriot should fear these sinister developments. Whatever political hue you paint yourself, just because you hate Keir Starmer, I mean, who doesn't mean you should side with J.D. Vance, right? Right?
These people losing their goddamn mind. They losing their mind. They losing it.
What he said about basically no matter what policy or law they put in place, it don't mean nothing to them. It reminded me of the indigenous Indians. Remember how they kept breaking the treaties that they made with them. There's nothing new under the sun. Y'all supposed to have these agreements throughout the earth, but America will switch it up wherever she deemed necessary because she need to benefit. She don't care if you get a little crumb. All right, you meaning the Europeans, because that's as far as that's gonna go. But primarily, America has to benefit. That's all I hear when I hear them talk about they different policies and stuff they doing with these countries and these resources. Like, so y'all only care, like Venezuela with the oil. Like he said, y'all gonna steal somebody else's stuff and divvy it up to these different Exxon, Citgo, all these different companies was in that press conference. And I'm like, so y'all stole their oil and you giving it to all of these oil refinery companies to refine it and ship it and flip it and send it how they do it. But none of this belongs to y'all to begin with, and they don't even care.
And now they
America first.
And now they talking about stealing their brother resources and land and stuff. So,
but you know, them Europeans over there, them the real killers and gangsters and thugs
Right,
because America
right.
descends from them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
That's that scripture that say they're gonna have Babylon afraid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is a good movie.
It sure is. But let's look at this another video, and we'll be right back, y'all.
The world is moving on, folks. The world is moving on. What I'm talking about, while we fight, the world is moving on. This is something I've talked about, touched on in the past. I'm going to cover it again this morning. How the United States is falling behind in everything due to the political division in this country. How it's destroying the country. It's literally destroying it. Every empire in history collapsed for the same reason. Not because it was conquered by some other nation, but because it fell apart from the inside. It's almost as if it gets so powerful that groups of people decide that they just want it all. And right now, that's basically what's happening in the United States. We fight each other, the world is building and building and building, and we're getting left behind. We're too busy, scoring points on cable news network to realize it. But we're getting left behind in energy, infrastructure, science, technology, healthcare, even the world economy that we once dominated. And we still do, but it's much smaller, much weaker. This isn't about, really left and right. It's about distraction. This is about how political division has become the most effective form of paralyzing this nation in modern history. That's exactly what it's done. On energy, we're stuck in the past while the future gets built abroad. And listen, oil and gas is going to be a huge part of the global energy portfolio for a very, very long time. It just is. But the world's next superpower won't be the one with the biggest army. It'll be the one with the cheapest, cleanest, and most reliable form of energy. China gets it. Europe gets it. India gets it. So we're fighting culture wars while the world is fighting for market share for renewables. And while we argue whether climate change is real, other nations are owning the supply chain for solar panels and wind turbines and batteries. We have the engineers, we have the resources, we have the capital. We don't have agreement, we don't have unity. One side calls clean energy socialism. The other side calls oil a moral crime.
Everybody's watching. Everybody's seeing what's going down with America. I don't know what to say. I felt like I done talked a lot, over these years. And basically, we just repeating the same stuff. But now we can really see what's going on. We can see things that's happening. Man. Shalom, Brother Huey.
Shalom.
Don't worry about it. We know you're going to catch the re-up. But
they're watching their once powerful, most coveted nation get weaker and weaker because the scriptures say Babylon is falling. It's falling. Right. They see it. They feel it. And they're like, why don't our leaders see it? Why don't our leaders change? We need solar energy. We need renewable energy. And it's like, no, we want that paper dollar for now. And we don't care about the citizens. 2 or 3 videos back, the guy was saying, what are Americans going to do when they can't shower for a week? What are Americans going to do when they can't get on Instagram? Now, our generation should be okay because we
Right.
lived half our life without it.
Right, we was here
Should
before
be.
the phones and all that.
Should be.
Right, right.
Because some people, and from our generation, I'm talking 80s on back, they brains done got fried messing with this stuff too, but you should be okay. I know there's been plenty of power outages we've experienced.
Right, yeah, when we was in
And
Ghana, yeah, exactly.
I have learned to busy myself in other things. I go old school with a crossword puzzle or we'll read the Bible.
Right, right.
But from the 90s and forward, it's going to be a little rougher for them because they grew up with this. So this is what's to be expected or normal. You know how your Wi-Fi go out and people just come out of rooms, out of everywhere. Like, what's going on?
Hell yeah.
People just start appearing out of nowhere.
I'm gonna tell y'all, my daughter, she be, Dad, what's going on with the Wi-Fi? I mean, she be freaking out, you know. So I be like, man,
because they grew up with it. So he made some really good points.
Right.
As America gets weaker and you have to learn how to live with less, how are you going to handle living with less?
Exactly.
We had a water situation this last time we was in Ghana, and it was rough for a little bit. The city just up and stopped supplying water, and we didn't get the memo.
Yeah, we had to buy our own water.
So it was a couple of rough days with buying drinking water from the stove and trying to, because wasn't nothing coming out the tap.
Mm-mm.
And then from that time to the time we left, we had to pay for a private supplier to come fill it up so we could have water through the tap. So,
tanks up, yeah.
you know, it happens.
Exactly, right. This next video is a lady, just some random lady or whatnot, random sister, and she's talking about the people that sleep. So, you know, we're gonna, you know, hear what she got to say. And I just use her as a talking point as far as, you know, how we speak about our people being asleep and when they gonna wake up, and you know what I'm saying? They might remain asleep, you know. But let's get into this video and we'll be right back.
You cannot talk to the sleep. You cannot talk to the sleep. You're talking to a brick wall. You are talking to a brick wall. The ones that still eat the food, the ones that still listen to the north, east, west, south, the ones that still believe in something that has been taught to them, and like I say, everything that you was taught was a lie. Everything, you can't pick and choose. You cannot talk to them. You cannot. They will not see what you see, because they're still under the hypnosis, whether it's through food, whether it's through indoctrination, whether it's through the news, whether it's through religion, whether it's through anything that's being taught to them that's not natural. You can't talk to them. You will be going over the same thing over and over and over and over until they let that stuff go. Until they realize that they have been lied to about everything. You can't talk to them. I know we want to wake everybody up. I know we do. That's the only way this game will end. That's the only way this game will end is if everyone wake up. But they made this game hard, baby. They made it hard. You can't talk to the people that sleep. You can't. Don't waste your energy on that. Don't. Still love them, but don't waste your energy on it. They're not going to get it. Love y'all. Peace.
I mean, and that, we was just speaking about that because I didn't see this whole video in its totality, but some of the things she said, as far as, you know, everything that's been taught to us is a lie. You can't pick and choose. You can't, you know, just like they told us it's outer space. They lied about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's proof. It's been proven. But people steady want to hold on to it. They want to hold on to the lies. You got a lot of people holding on to the white Jesus. You know, you got people holding on to I mean, just pick your poison.
I got one. You need a vaccine to help build your immune system in case you run into the disease. Your body will recognize it and know what to do and start fighting.
When they came with that bullshit, I'm like, I ain't even had to look at my wife, you know, give her a sign or anything. She already knew. She already knew. But she was. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And take it a step further. The vaccines is good for you. You an idiot if you don't vaccinate your kid. The only issue is you shouldn't let them get 3, 4, 5 at a time, what they call a cocktail. But one at a time is okay.
Right, exactly.
That's what one at a time.
But
everything was a lie.
Right. And then another thing she was saying, basically what I was saying before I had put the video on about telling people the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know.
What else can you talk to them about?
That's what I'm saying.
You can only talk about the weather so long.
Right, exactly.
Talk about some real stuff. Plus, this administration, we was talking about this, gets people's attention. The Most High put a king over Babylon who really gets our people attention. So our people, from what I can see, are more vigilant than ever before.
Right.
About what's going on in the earth.
Exactly.
But not enough to really make no change. They still sleep. They still got the pasty in their mouth. The Most High gonna have to, in my opinion, he's gonna have to take way more and invoke more fear into our people for our people to really let go. Y'all know what it is. It was some slaves who was willing to risk it and go be by the water when it was time to escape. And there was some slaves that was like, absolutely not. I ain't leaving this plantation. I don't know. I can't risk being free. I don't know what freedom is.
Right, exactly. Well, y'all, that's our time, y'all.
Not this fool again. You about to play him?
Yeah, this our time. This our time, y'all. But we gonna leave y'all with a little something. But we appreciate y'all, you know, coming through, showing love or whatnot. Brother Linzel, Brother Hugh, we really appreciate y'all. Brother Araya, we know you out there somewhere, brother. We appreciate the people who watch the replay. All praise to the Most High. With that being said, we're going to go on and get up out of here. But again, we're going to leave y'all with this video that I want y'all to, y'all done seen it before. But this is what's going on. This is what's going to be going on with these people. And with that being said, y'all know next week we'll be here, Most High willing. If don't nothing jump off or whatever too crucial, we'll be here. But we're going to go on and get up out of here, and we're going to leave y'all with this video. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom, Zion.
I don't like it here anymore. I don't want to be here. Can somebody please help me get out of here? I don't like this place anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not even interesting anymore. It's a pain in my fucking ass! I hate being here. Somebody help me get out of here.